Co-host.
Javier Vicuna.
And on today's show, we have Samantha Devoren from Archie Williams and Julia Owens from San Marin High, who are both now rising seniors, and they are both entering here with us for the summer from Marin 9 to 25. And they're here to learn about what it's like to be a host and all the technical sides from behind the scenes and everything. And they're here on today to share their experience as high schoolers, what they hope to do in their senior year and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to let you guys introduce yourselves. Samantha, you can go first.
Yeah, I'm Samantha. I go to Archie Williams High School. I'm a rising senior. And I'm a Tay Radio intern. I also intern with Marin 9 to 25 for the Restrictive Covenant program, which is pretty cool. We work to make curriculum for schools.
Awesome.
I'm Julia. I'm also a rising senior at San Marin. And then I intern not only with Tay Radio, but with Find Your Way Marin, which is also another branch of Marin 9 to 25 that focuses on mental health in youth.
Mm-hmm. And could you guys actually just describe real quick for the people who might not know what Marin 9 to 25 is? Because I know, Kimberly, you were also part of it at some point too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Samantha or Julia, you guys wanted to share real quick what that is.
I kind of know I know more of what Find Your Way is as opposed to Marin 9 to 25, but I know it brings all of the organizations together into one group so that they're kind of all affiliated with each other. Mm-hmm. It's just like a bunch of different resources for youth, I guess from ages 9 to 25.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of cool resources that are a part of it. So
Yeah,
well,
it's really great to find opportunities. I got connected to it from my school, but there's been so many like wonderful things I've been able to do, just like join like little groups. It's been cool.
Yeah, and just to give a bit more context too, we've been this is our first time for Tay Radio ever having like interns on our show. And it's been really great getting to meet Samantha and Julia and the rest of our interns. As you guys saw last week, we had Gal and Celeste on the show, and they did great. So it's been a great learning experience for us. And again, if you're interested in participating in the show in one way or another, you can always send us a DM on our Instagram and reach out to us because we do plan to continue having interns throughout the entire year. So really exciting stuff. But yeah. Just wanted to share that. Yeah.
Thank you. And before we dive into our first topic, as we always do, we always have an icebreaker question. And my icebreaker for today is, where would you want to travel and specifically live in permanently right now?
I think I would love to travel to like kind of everywhere. Because I haven't, that's not the best answer. I think my next big trip that I want to do is Italy because everyone who's been will hype it up so much. So I think I really need to go see it. I don't know which parts I want to go to specifically yet, but to live in, I think I would live in like the Netherlands, I think was kind of our consensus of being like one of the interesting places to live, and like it's super safe, it's super walkable. Like those were the factors that we like.
Yeah, I personally really enjoy like having or living in a place where it's like really easy to like walk and have like a really good public transportation system. So what I wanted to add was I'd really love to live in Mexico because specifically Mexico City, because it's such it's just so much to do there. It's kind of like New York where it's like it never sleeps. So it's like everything's open super late at night. I'm a very late at night kind of person that I like doing activities at night. So it offers so much there. And just the people there are awesome. And it's a really great culture that they have going on. And again, they have the metro system. They have the bus system. Like I could get to my aunts and cousins' houses like no problem, you know what I mean? But like that's the thing about Marin is that like it's really hard to get to places without a car. It really, really sucks to not have a car in Marin because things are just so far away. You know what I mean? Like if you have friends in Novato and you're in San Rafael, like yeah, you can take the bus, but it's like also like
a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, it's just a lot. And there's like a lot of small places that don't have any transit at all here in Marin, so that really sucks. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd also love to live in like a walkable city. I think I'd want to do like a backpacking trip across multiple different places. I haven't traveled to a lot of places before, so I think it'd be really fun. but yeah, I agree. The walkable city thing, that's like my main priority when I settle down and find a place I want to like live for the rest of my life, or for like a good chunk of it. A priority would definitely be like, it must be walkable. I must be able to like get to places, because I don't love driving. Cars are
I don't.
expensive. Gas is expensive. I don't know. It's not fun.
And it's also just a good way to stay like healthy, right? It's just by walking like
Yeah,
everywhere.
I was gonna say or bikeable.
or bikeable.
A bikeable. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I would also love to live in a country where everything's like walkable and everyone's walking, because I hate driving too. I feel like I get so sleepy when I drive sometimes, and I hate it. And then like once I get to my destination, I just like don't even want to go anymore. But for me,
I still feel that.
yeah, for me personally, I would want to live in Switzerland, just because, I mean, I don't think it's that walkable, but I just love like the greenery there, and just like live. Like my dream would be to live on like one of the mountains with the views of like a waterfall. That would be my dream
That
to
sounds
live
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for sharing. And now we're going to move on to our topic. And on this, our first half of the show, we're going to just talk about your journey so far. And my first question for you guys is just, what's your guys' hopes and fears as you guys are coming into your senior year?
I think my biggest hope. Okay, high school turned me into a really big introvert. I don't know why. Like I was a huge extrovert in middle school.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was something to do with COVID. But I would love to start meeting new people senior year and just start talking to more people and like expanding my, I guess, perspective on things. So that's my biggest hope. And I think my fear kind of touches on that, is trying to have more fun than being, you know, everything's academics. Even though academics is my top priority, I still want to be able to figure out how to balance my work with my life and having fun.
Yeah, on a similar note, like my biggest hope is that like senior year, I don't get like too burnt out, and I like have fun with my friends, like go out, go
Get
places.
senioritis.
Yeah. Go places. Don't like, I don't know. I don't want to get like super like lethargic and like I hate everything, because I think that happens to a lot of seniors, especially after college applications. It's hard to keep going and hard to like continue having fun. But I think, you know, it's senior year. Like this is the last time before you're like an adult. You can have some fun as a teenager, and you can like hang out with your friends, go to parties, like talk to people. I think it'd be fun. I guess my biggest fear is, on that same note, senioritis.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get burnt out easy, and classes are hard senior year. So I don't really want to like give up completely, especially after. I know things get really hard when you like get into college and you're already in. You don't want to keep going.
Yeah, totally.
So I just don't want to like do that.
Well, yeah, no, thank you guys for sharing. I actually wanted to touch on one thing that you just mentioned, Julia. You guys came in at a very interesting time into high school, because we were in COVID, right? Yeah. During COVID. Like freshman year, what was freshman year for you guys? 2019 or 2020?
2021.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, so you guys were seventh graders?
COVID started
we were
seventh
seventh
grade, and it was like all of eighth grade.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so different.
That is very different. Yeah. So, okay. So when you guys were freshmen, did you guys do Zoom still? No? You guys went back
It was
to
the
school?
first in person. We were the first.
And everyone was in masks and everything.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a way to start high school.
Dang, I remember for me, it was my freshman year that COVID started, and in sophomore years, like we weren't in school. That's so weird to think about. You guys were in middle school.
Yeah, no, but I think there is a connection there of people who entered high school when it was like peak COVID, or just COVID was starting to like kind of trickle down. Well, here in Marin especially, because like you were saying, you were very extroverted in middle school, but now you felt like very introverted. And I think it's just because of how little interaction we had with people during that time. And then going back, and then you don't get to see people's like full faces because of the masks and stuff. Like it was such an interesting time to live in, and very interesting time to go into high school. I mean, how about you, Samantha? Do you have any thoughts there about
Yeah,
How it was entering? Yeah.
I kind of like after 7th grade, I kind of like stopped talking to a lot of my friends. I kind of,
Like when you went into lockdown?
yeah, when like lockdown happened, I kind of like completely like went off the grid and I kind of just like I was kind of like a hermit, like in my house, just like barely like going out, and like I really didn't hang out with my friends. I know a lot of people had pods. My family didn't do that. Like we
Had
didn't, like,
what?
What? Yeah. What are
pods?
pods?
A lot.
What is that?
Yeah.
It was like I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as common as I thought, but a lot of my friends, they had like pods with other families where those were the people that they were allowed to like see unmasked.
Oh, we did like cohorts.
Yeah.
Not like with families, but with school. We
Yeah,
did
same with
cohorts.
school.
Yeah.
I never heard of pods.
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would meet up with like family or like close friends that I knew I would trust, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a weird time, you know, because anyone could have had COVID during that time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's about who you trust the most, right?
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, and then I went back to school, and I really didn't have very many friends anymore because I kind of like disappeared.
Right.
And then I like started making new friends. I don't know. It was a weird time. It was hard for me to like, I guess, like
Adjust.
enter back into life, I guess.
Yeah.
I was like really, I was one of those kids who was like pretty affected by COVID. Like I was very, very like depressed, I think, at the time. And then like going back to school, going to high school, I was just like, how am I going to change myself? How am I going to like, how can I like evolve and be better? And then I like, kind of like, oh, well, this isn't what I wanted at all.
Right.
I feel like high school with COVID is like, it was just like a crash for everyone, basically. I feel like I know a lot of people who like felt the same way. I think I was honestly the same way too. Like going my freshman year, I talked to like so many people, and then like when we came back to school, I like stopped talking to people. I was still on social media and everything, but I just stopped talking to everyone, and I just had like a few friends afterwards. Yeah. And I just wanted to ask, do you guys feel like there was, like, looking back at your high school times, do you feel like you wish you did something throughout it? Because I feel like I do. So
Yeah.
I want to know if you guys do.
Like something you would have done differently. Because it's still in high
yeah.
school, but like something you would have done differently
Since it's
maybe
your
your
last
freshman year.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't really, I mean, I was pretty involved freshman year. Like I tried really hard to like try different things and join different things, but I didn't really find like what I wanted. And then like sophomore year, I sort of like gave up. Like I stopped going to clubs as often, and I just kind of wish I had like made more of an effort to like find a community of people I liked, because I ended up finding that, but not till like much later into high school. And freshman and sophomore year was really difficult for me. And if I had that kind of support, I would have been a lot happier. So I just think like it's cliche, but like putting yourself out there is like key. That's one thing I regret not doing.
I kind of, I think the same thing. Freshman year, classes were super light. I should have definitely, and it made me develop really bad study habits. Like I've always been a procrastinator, like since elementary
too.
school,
too.
if that's even possible. Like I would procrastinate like my book reports where you just had to read like 2 chapters of a book and like write a paragraph about it. I would always procrastinate it. And I think it got worse freshman year because my teachers were so lenient, like, oh, you're new to high school, like, well, you'll learn to adjust. And I never learned to adjust to it.
Because they don't teach you that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
you
They
know?
don't teach you how to study.
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
You always got to learn it.
Yeah. And then for involvement, freshman year, I don't think I did any clubs, and I definitely should have, especially because I did try my hand at a bunch of different clubs. End of sophomore year and junior year, like I tried speech and debate. I joined the environmental club, a student service club, and I just wasn't super involved in any of it, and I really should have been. And then I think the other thing I regret that's just like super specific is I wish I'd studied for the PSAT.
Oh yeah.
Because the SAT is starting to like matter less and less now, but the PSAT you can still get like scholarships and like national
Oh, wow.
recognition if
I
you
didn't
get a
know
good
that.
score.
Yeah, if you get a high enough score, you can get like a full ride to like some really great
What?
schools.
Dang.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
It's crazy.
That.
I knew about it too. I
Big
just
change.
didn't.
No, me too.
just
I
didn't
like
study.
I
didn't
told
care that
myself I would
much.
study and then I didn't.
Yeah, I just didn't care enough.
Well, thank you guys for sharing that. I think it's also a really good point right now because when I was in high school, I think it's completely normal to feel the way that you guys are feeling about like how freshman year you wish you could have done this a little differently, but it's because we're still learning, right? Like when you're entering high school, you were just freshly like you were just a middle schooler, you know what I mean? So going into freshman year, it's like there's a lot of big change, especially with you guys with COVID and everything. It was hard to get involved with things. I think that for me, like a big thing that I learned, and I always look back on because I feel like I'm kind of back on the same. Not okay. Basically, going into high school, my freshman year, I was really overweight, and I wanted to get into sports to lose weight, and I did. So my freshman and sophomore year, I did, and I lost a lot of weight. But then when I got to college, I started driving everywhere, started not eating as well, and then I ended up getting a lot more weight. And now I'm 25. Now I'm feeling the same thing. I'm feeling like I've gained weight, but now I have to put myself in now I have to find a new balance of like, okay, instead of balancing my work, like the school work and everything and finding sports, like I can't go do sport. I don't feel like I'm in the position to go to like a sports team right now. You know what I mean? Like I have to actually put the effort and go to the gym. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's like, I feel like there's cycles in everyone's lives. And right now you guys are going through your high school cycle, right? And I feel like it's always that 4-year cycle because I feel like 4 years ago I was also.
What do you mean 4-year?
Like a 4-year cycle in terms of growth. At least that's for me the way I'm seeing it right now, as of right now.
Yeah.
Because again, I feel like I'm just kind of looking at myself from like when I was in freshman year, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of in the same position, just in different skin. You know what I mean? So. But thank you guys for sharing that, and I just want to share that because it's something that I've been learning over time right now.
Yeah, I would say the same. I felt the same as you guys. Like for me, especially, I wish my mom like pushed me to do a sport
As a child?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like not even just in high school.
I wish my mom put me into like soccer or like
Me
some kind of
too.
sport like that at like 5.
Yeah, me too. And then I could be a pro.
Yeah. And then I could go to college.
My problem is I did do sports when I was really little, and then it's like I think it's just too hard to get at that pro level. Or it's like that top 1%. Because I played soccer when I was really little, and I got pretty good, but then I quit so that I could focus on swimming, which I'd also started when I was like 5, and I'm still swimming, but I'm like losing my love for the sport. So
That's what happens.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
Oh wow.
I mean, we
I still wish my mom put me.
Well, I could have at least been athletic.
Yeah, because like I did soccer for like 2 years, but that was it. And then like I stopped doing it because my mom didn't tell me to keep going.
Yeah, I like quit. Like my mom just let me quit things because I don't know, I didn't really like it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I guess that's a good thing because like they didn't force you.
Yeah.
But so now I'm like, she should have forced me.
Yeah.
Because I would be playing soccer right now.
I think for me, I definitely feel that, and it's interesting that you guys are mentioning it because I feel like I felt like I should have had my parents should have signed me up for like music classes, and I could have gotten really good at an instrument.
That
something like I really wish they would have pushed me to do that more instead of me having to figure it out like after high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because like you learn easier too when you're like younger. Like it's easier to pick it up and then you develop it more throughout the years and everything.
Same with like a language. I wish.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
my
learned
gosh.
Korean.
My mom taught
Oh my
me
gosh.
as a
too.
child because I tried to learn it in like 8th grade. I'm awful at picking up languages. I just, like Spanish. I took Spanish for like 4 years. I was so bad at it. I like couldn't because my brain just can't like. I guess
It's so hard to learn that.
It's
stuff
hard to
when
learn
you're
language.
older.
And I wish like as a child, my mom like at least put me into Korean because then I could have like talked to like a lot of family. I don't know. It would have been like.
I think the big thing with language though is that you need to be around people that speak the same language.
Yeah,
in
like
order to
all the
really
time.
in order to really learn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the same. Like I'm Hispanic, but my Spanish isn't that good. And like I did take Spanish class. Didn't really help. But like I think it was actually my fault. I just wouldn't pay attention. So it was my fault. But yeah, I would say the same as sports. Sports, definitely. I wish I was more involved in. And then also doing more clubs or like or going like as you said clubs or join different like organizations. I didn't start joining organizations I think till like my end of my sophomore year, but I wish I did beforehand because I did know about them. I just never like actually like decided to go there because then like I would have met like all these other people like a lot sooner, and like I don't know, I was like a bad kid. So I would have like learned a little quicker. But yeah, that was for me.
That's an aspect of high school that I completely forgot about was the clubs. Just like clubs and
I feel like
school and
clubs.
stuff.
Okay, wait. I don't know. I don't know about you, but like when I was in high school, I graduated 2 years ago. But when I was in high school, clubs were not that popular at all. Like they weren't like no. I would never hear anyone being like, "Oh, I'm in this club."
Like
I
in
feel
the
like
high school movies, they would make the clubs
Yeah.
look like super cool.
Yeah, but like I feel like for me, like I never saw
Yeah.
any of the clubs, like no one talking about them or anything till like maybe like last year was when people like I started hearing like people that I know that are still in high school be like, oh, I'm in this club, and like there's this club, and like organizations posting about it. Like it's become more
Dang.
popular now.
I don't think clubs aren't super popular at San Marin.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
like
really?
a thing. It's just like a thing to do, I think.
Yeah, at Archie, it's like most clubs meet during lunch. A lot of people don't like to do that during lunch.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a complicated balance. You can't really like I run a club, but it's like
Oh, so
hard
you're in
to-
a club.
yeah. It's hard to like find a time to like
Meet with everyone.
meet with that because people don't really like to take over their lunch period. But
Yeah.
also that's kind of the only time because after school it's sports and other things.
What's the club that you're running right now?
Oh, it's called the Period Project. Yeah, we raise money to provide menstrual products to the school. Yeah, it's fun. I like it. We just do like bake sales and we allocate the funds and we talk to like supervisors and stuff.
Awesome.
But you founded it, right?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Oh, that is really wait. You founded it.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Freshman year. It was fun. I think there's an organization that has the same name, but Archie Williams High School, the Period Project. So.
I love
Yeah.
that. Are you passing it down to someone?
My sister is a grade below, so she's an option. But we don't have really many like committed underclassmen, to be honest. So that I guess that's the goal of this year to try to recruit people. Most of my club is seniors because they're mostly my friends. So
Oh, okay. That sounds really nice.
Well, I am proud to say that I was the founder of the anime club at Central High School. We had 30 people signed
Oh,
up for that.
wow.
wow.
Anime was that popular?
At the time, I guess it was.
Wait, what did you do?
So my friend, because at the time, like we couldn't access any of the like anime watch online. Like there wasn't a really legal way of watching anime back then. So there were all like those websites were all blocked on like the school thing. So my friend, because me and my friend who like started it, he had like a bunch of anime DVDs, and he would like bring the DVD, and we watch it on the
that's fun.
projector.
So the club was just to watch anime.
just to watch anime, yeah. And
You created a community.
I did create a community, and then we only met actually like in the whole. It was only one semester that we did it. We only met like 5 times, but all 30 people would show up.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like it was a full house, so it was
think
pretty
that's
nice.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a thing.
Julia, have you started any clubs? Been
I've
in any?
not. I've always thought about it. I don't know like what specifically it would be. I really wanted to be the founder of like our school's National Honor Society chapter.
What is that?
What's that?
It's like a national organization where like you have to have a specific GPA to be on it, and then they do a ton of do you guys have Key Club? It's like Key Club.
They don't do that at my school either. Yeah.
Or not
What
Key
is
Club,
Key
hello.
Club? Where you find the
Oh my
keys
gosh.
to the treasure.
Yeah. Key.
What is oh my gosh, it's there's a
key
different
to
one. Oh,
Santa
California
Fe.
Scholarship Federation. Do you guys have that?
We have that.
It's just like a national organization where you can like
That's way past me. Right
you can
now.
do like a ton of like volunteering opportunities and stuff with it. I don't know. It's like a prestigious club, but you don't like you only have to have a good GPA to get in. Except the thing that was stopping me was like you have to have like your principal has to do a ton of stuff with it, and then you have to pay to start the chapter. So like it just wasn't really worth.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it. It was more for like the title of saying that I founded the club than actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that kind of like convinced me to be like, okay, maybe I'm not. If I'm not gonna be into it, then maybe it's like a sign that I shouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
you just,
Yeah, I feel like the reason why like people are getting more into like clubs, I guess, and extracurriculars is because there's starting to be not less of an emphasis on academics, but like it's a lot more people are doing like well in school because they have like resources, I guess. Like I saw like some stats. I don't think it's like, I don't know how accurate it is, but it was like 80% of students have at least half A's or like something like that. Like a lot of kids have really great grades and like a really good GPA. And I feel like people are trying to like be unique, I guess, by like joining extracurriculars and like trying to look, but like schools are starting to like try to make people less competitive, I guess, when it comes to like my school, they stopped doing class rank. They
San
now
Marin
now
too.
yeah.
Class rank?
Yeah, they don't rank
like
you
no more
anymore.
valedictorian.
They
no
used
more-
Oh,
to-
really?
There's
Oh.
not.
Well, at my school, there's valedictorian, but there was 5 valedictorians and 20 salutatorians. So,
So that's not how that works.
What?
That's not. That's really.
That like defeats the purpose.
I know.
everybody.
Isn't there just supposed to be one?
top 30 kids got to like
What the?
yeah.
What
So
the-
they like
yeah.
they like kind of do it to like so people don't feel bad. But I don't.
Oh, come
I don't know.
I mean, come on. Like, if a person worked that hard
Yeah,
to get to
that was
that
my
level,
that
right?
was my thing.
Then
Like,
they
if
should
you
have the
tried
honor
hard
of
enough,
getting
yeah.
that title. That's a little ridiculous.
I would be so mad if I got valedictorian and then 5 other people got it. I'd be like, what?
No,
All that hard
they
work for what?
Yeah, because last year they didn't do that, but this year, yeah, it was 5 of them, 20 salutatorians.
Yeah. Wow. I would say how you said like a lot of people more focused now. I feel like a lot of people are more focused on like doing all these like being part of like programs and stuff like that. Same with like at COM. I would say the same thing. Like a lot of people that I know are a part of like some organization or they're entering somewhere because they want to put it onto like their transcript and
Yeah.
everything. And I feel like it's so like it's becoming more of a thing than your academics. Like as long as you have like over a 3.0, I feel like you're fine.
Yeah, it's so competitive because like now it's like kids all have like really high GPAs because they're all taking like so many APs or like college classes or they're doing dual enrollment or they're doing so like having a 3.0 and up, it's like not that like interesting anymore. So now kids feel like they have to compete to like get an internship or get or get an award or like win this like national thing. It's like wow. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy how it's getting more competitive with all that, and especially like how like academics is just dying down. But I want to move over to APs and talking about AP classes, and if you guys are taking any this year, or I was about to say this semester, but I mean like this year, or if you guys have already, and if you guys want to talk about the
How that's
struggles
been,
with
yeah.
it, because I imagine.
The ones that I've taken were AP European History, Environmental Science, Language and Composition, and U.S. History. They weren't bad. I think I had really good teachers and that really helped with a lot of it. Like I passed all of my AP tests, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But for next year, I'm taking, I probably don't remember them all, but AP Calc, AP Chem, AP Calc AB.
I'm so scared.
I'm scared. Those are the only two I remember at the top. Oh, there are more. It'll come back to me, but
That's a lot of AP classes.
Yeah.
like I'm taking like, I think 4 or 5 next year.
Yeah, me too.
Which is crazy.
Man.
This year, I mean,
senior year.
Senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year Archie doesn't offer APs before junior year, so the jump is pretty extreme. You go from taking like basic level classes with freshmen as a sophomore, like sophomore and freshman are together, so you
Yeah.
go from taking these basic level classes to college level, which is a lot of kids have trouble adjusting to it. It's good for some, like I liked it because it was like more of a challenge, but it was hard because I am a procrastinator. Like, so it was hard to like figure out how to study. I did not know how to study. Still kind of don't. But I took statistics, U.S. history, language and composition, and AP biology. Yeah. And then this year I'm also taking like the same ones as you, like literature as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing lit. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh wow. Do you guys find it challenging in any way? Especially for you. I feel like jumping from like regular classes straight to like APs.
Like having a full AP schedule.
Yeah,
pretty
that
much.
is crazy.
Yeah, so Archie also has like 3 honors classes, so like nothing is honors. Only like special.
Could you tell me what the point of honors classes are?
I don't know.
I don't get what's the point of it. Why not just take an AP?
Yeah.
San Marin doesn't have. We have
Yeah.
like 3 honors also.
Like
I
the
feel like-
honors classes, the one I took 2 sophomore year. I took physics. Worst decision of my life.
Yeah, I always hear that from
I
everyone.
drowned in that class. And my teacher got fired this year, so
Oh my gosh.
Whoa,
can't. I don't know if I can talk about why, but he's not great. That's why.
not good stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
he like blew a pumpkin up with chemicals.
Blew a
What?
pumpkin.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, he like left the gas on.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
Oh, like putting
Dangerous.
kids in danger.
Kid-
Yeah,
kid-
that's-
Oh,
that's
we
not
set the
Yeah.
fire alarm off like once a month.
Not like that show, Kid Danger. You guys remember that show?
Oh, I
Kid Danger. Yeah,
Kid
I
Danger,
remember it.
Yeah, he also had some.
They don't remember it.
I just thought
I
about it.
remember it. He had some.
He had like some wacky outfit. I just remember the superhero outfit. Being wacky.
And my teacher that got fired had like allegations. Anyways, he's not.
Oh my gosh.
Not a good guy.
Whoa, okay,
Anyways,
so not great guy.
I also
Wow.
took like algebra, but like advanced, like algebra 2. But that was like it. So like I go into junior year taking 4 AP classes. It was a lot at the beginning. I was really scared, but then like towards you kind of get it after like, but it took like at least like a quarter to start getting it.
And let alone those big textbooks they give you.
I had
Oh
so
my
many
gosh.
textbooks.
I
at my
forget
house.
that you have to
I
carry
Yeah,
that.
textbooks and stuff.
I didn't even open them. Like I didn't open half of them because like the teachers all either had them online or
Yeah.
like, they like printed stuff from it.
So much better that way. So much better that way.
Would you
love
have to carry
teachers.
them like from home to school and like back and forth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause we
that's
just
what
bring
we
our
would do.
We like get textbooks, but we bring them home.
We can
and
leave
we
them in
just
your
like
l-
study.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can like leave them in your
Oh.
locker too. But also like a lot of things, like if you had to do like for math classes especially, those
Yeah.
are the worst ones.
I remember I'd have to take it from school home. And then if I knew wasn't going to do homework for that class that day, then I would leave it in my locker.
Yeah.
I had
Would you guys put
3
covers on
different-
them?
Yeah, I would. I'd buy the covers.
Oh, that's nice.
So cute. But I feel like now you guys don't carry textbooks.
Yeah, and my math teacher like she like printed out packets that she like made, but yeah, other than that, it wasn't really
I see.
not textbook based. I don't really like textbooks. Like I had my biology teacher used a textbook. I didn't find
I
it
can't
helpful.
learn that way.
I didn't find it helpful to read it. I like watched a lot of videos to like summarize them because my brain just couldn't process all of that so like quickly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys both for sharing, or all of you guys for sharing. We're going to come right back and talk more about their dream colleges after this song by Evolving Wings, Soul Purpose. And we'll be right back.
Yeah. Evolving wings. Yeah. I'm a genius, original purpose, resurrect like the phoenix. From the mother lotus emerges, no longer feel worthless. To be a service to purpose, it's evolving wings por vida. Got them all I need, internal play in the brain, got me insane. Explain the pain, your seat's pain. My soul wounded, some wounds can't be computed. God's great shadows meet the darkest alley. Demons came for me, but archangels parried. Swift swings, the soul is rapidly. Call it horror meets fantasy. Lower energies move like cavities. Sucker MCs, no substance. Ignore the earth's cries. Sucker MCs, no substance. Don't realize we never die. Misguided by subsidized lies. I'm guided by my ancestors' war cries. Borga floor, spitting truth, encouraging your spine. Evolving wings is manifesting your divine. Don't give up, fly. Compassionate can't pay my soul purpose. Wings up, wings up, wings up, wings up. Compassionate can't pay my soul purpose. Wings up, wings up, wings up, wings up. Compassionate can't pay my soul purpose. Wings up, wings up, wings up, wings up. Compassionate can't pay my soul purpose. Wings up, wings up.
Fui bendecido por los grandes que fincan 4 paredes. No pudieron descifrar esta trivia. No compartieron visiones que nos preceden las ansias de estar.
All right. And we are back. So that was Soul Purpose by Evolving Wings. Again, shout out to Ismail Lara, really great friend of the show, and really great friend of all of us here at Tay Radio Marin. Again, if you're interested in checking out his album, you can check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, all your favorite music streaming platforms. You'll find Soul Purpose right on there. And yeah, so what I did want to mention is that there is no open mic night tonight. Open mic night has been moved to next Friday, just due to some scheduling conflicts that we ran into this week. So just keep that in mind. Open mic will be next Friday, which is in August. So it'd be the August 2nd, Friday, August 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. So again, sorry about the inconvenience that may cause. But yeah, well, open mic's still going on. Just going to have to move it a week after. So just wanted to say that. But moving on, so Samantha and Julia, just to kind of start thinking about like what your guys' futures are kind of looking like, and what you guys have been thinking so far is like, what colleges have you guys been looking at? What's maybe your dream college? How's that been for you guys?
Being totally honest, I've looked at no colleges yet, or I've toured UCSB solely because that's like my dad's, what's their alma mater. So we were kind of he just wanted to show it to us. And I went when I was a freshman, so I wasn't thinking about college. And I should have like taken the opportunity to be like, ooh, do I like this place? And I did like it. It was cool.
Yeah.
But that's the only place I've toured. But I haven't researched any colleges. And I think that's where I like fall behind. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I want like an urban or suburban city. I don't know if I want like a small college where it's like 10 students, one professor, if I want to go to like these massive lecture halls where the professor like doesn't know anyone by name. Like, I don't know what kind of like environment I want yet.
I went on a lot of college tours during spring break with my grandparents. It was a really good opportunity. I got to go to the East Coast and spend a lot of time with them. It was really, really fun. I like sort of went to a bunch of schools. Like, I think I went to 6 schools just to like figure out what kind of like, I guess you were saying like environment, like the kind of vibe I want. I think I want like urban or college town. I definitely don't want rural. And I think I want like a medium-sized school. I was looking at a lot of liberal arts schools. I think that'd be really nice. Or like a city. I really love the cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of in the same spot originally when I was looking to see. When I was thinking about transferring to a 4-year, I was definitely looking for that. I don't like the rural college campuses because I feel like I feel trapped in there or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would be just very. I'm not a very rural kind of guy, so was not appealing. But it's good that you're looking into those details.
Yeah.
This is important because you're gonna be there for 4 years, so it's like.
Yeah, I want to be on like one of either coast, like either the East Coast or the West Coast. I don't want to be in the middle.
Oh, I don't think I could. I've never been in like
the Midwest,
away from the ocean before. I don't know that I could like handle that.
Yeah, same. For you, Julia, are you planning to tour anywhere else?
Probably, because something really neat about San Marin, I'm sure like every high school does it, is they give you like excused time off school, like 5 or 6 days or something to like tour colleges. So you can go to tour colleges after school on a Thursday, take Friday off, and like spend the whole weekend just touring colleges. And I think that's super cool, something that they let us do. I don't know which ones. I want to look at SLO. I've heard it's like a mini Marin, so maybe I don't need to tour that one.
A lot of my friends.
Also go there.
They really like it.
Yeah, they like it.
Yeah, I don't have any other colleges in mind to tour that. Like, and I'm thinking of staying in state just to take advantage of the in-state tuition. Yeah, and I haven't looked at any of like the WUI colleges.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
What is that?
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know what it stands for, like Western Undergraduate Exchange. Like, potentially that's what that stands for, but it's like
WUI.
they're like a bunch of states kind of on the West Coast, like Washington, Oregon, and they let you it's like they let you go to their colleges like for discount, but it's not every single college in the affiliated states. It's like only
it's like certain colleges. Yeah. So like basically like California to like North Dakota, South Dakota.
So like I could go
Colorado,
to Oregon
Arizona.
State or University of Oregon for like
interesting.
like not in-state tuition, but like cheaper than what out-of-state tuition would be.
Oh, it's a program that you like get into.
I don't know. I think you're just like automatically a part of it. I'm not
I
sure.
have no idea. If I'm staying on the West Coast, I think I'm going to stay in California.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We just got all the benefits here.
Yeah, I've never really like thought about. A lot of my friends are like touring Oregon, Colorado, like a bunch of other like states. For me, it's just always been either California or the East Coast. I don't know. Maybe it's because I like grew up on the East Coast, so it's like it's just always been there. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Go somewhere where your heart wants.
Yeah. and speaking of, sorry,
No, go ahead.
do you guys already know what you guys want to major in?
I think
What you're thinking about majoring in?
I love science. I think I definitely want to do something in the science field, whether it's like biology or environmental science or something to do with like I just love animals and plants and learning about it. But you know, there are like certain majors that are more selective than others, and that's a super big thing. So I'm gonna try to go in undeclared. But I know there are a lot of colleges that make you choose. So there's this thing where like you can apply for one that has like a higher acceptance rate and then you just switch majors. It's like a big hassle, but I know that's something people do to like increase their chance of getting into
That
the
sounds
college.
like a headache in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wait, a lot of schools you get in based on your major. Like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
acceptance
so
rate is
you-
way higher for some majors than others.
So you just choose a major that
That I don't want to do, but it has a high acceptance
a high
rate.
acceptance rate,
Yeah.
and then you just switch over after.
Like, I don't know how
never really
feasible
thought
that
about
is.
that.
I don't know if a lot of schools even let you do that, but I don't know if I really want to go to one school and I'm like not sure about my chances, maybe I'll do that.
Do they make you like not take classes like of that major?
That I'm not sure. I think you might have to make up all the courses, so I think that's like part of the hassle.
Yeah. I think most people also switch before school even starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can switch majors before like the school year begins.
Because
It's so stressful. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know anyone that's done it personally. I just know I've heard people talk about doing it.
I don't really. Actually, I do know some people who have switched majors, but like just like not in that manner, like in a way of like
Oh, they,
after
like-
semester they're like, oh, I
They
don't
realized
like
that. My
only
sister
that
did
way.
that.
It's gonna be me.
She went in as a math major with like you can't do anything with a math major except teach math. So she switched to like I think she switched to like econ or finance or something, and now she's doing business. So she switched twice, I think.
Yeah, that way is what most people do.
Yeah.
Never like oh, I'm going with this.
No.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that, but yeah. Have you guys started any like college applications?
I've started to actually last night I was trying to like compile all the schools and like make a spreadsheet of like what each school needs, because some schools need like supplemental essays, like other essays besides like the main common application
That's
one.
so annoying though. That
So
like other
annoying.
colleges require different. Like oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was I'm late to the game, but I'm like trying to like set up my Common App account and trying to like figure out like, because the Common App opens August 1st. I have friends who have finished all of their essays. Like they finished
what?
their things. They basically are done applying to college. Like, yeah, they have to do like some like random like nitpicky things like finish up test scores and stuff. But other than that, they're like applied. I feel like I'm falling behind so much, but also I wanted to enjoy my summer.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to think about it because I don't know what I want to major in. I think I want to major in something like humanities or like not science, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it's like difficult because it's hard to figure out what you want to do at 17. I don't know.
Yeah, no, and that's totally, like I said, it's fine. You guys are in a very, very transitional phase right now, especially senior year. And then even after senior year, that's like the phase right there. But you guys are doing great. I think you guys are doing more than a good, way better than like, I would say 90% of high school students right now. I will say that wholeheartedly.
I would say like if you decide to switch majors, like you're not alone in it. A lot of people switch majors.
Oh yeah, all the
like
time.
it's all the time. I remember it's like the average like college students switches their major like at least 3 times. Oops, who's calling?
Yeah,
But
Ghost from
like,
above is calling.
yeah. But like you're not alone in it, and it's like just like make sure you do what you love, because like you're doing it for the rest of your life. And that's like a huge thing that I always think about. I'm like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I better love it. But yeah, like I'm going into nursing, but like with nursing, you can go into like a bunch of different fields. And I know I love the medical field. So I know I like, if I don't like one specific area, I can like switch over, or I can go back to school and get my master's in like something else too. So like just making sure, like, even though I feel like that's also like a really good thing, like going into a major that like you can advance in it, and like you're not just staying in one position, because like you always want to move over to like different things, because like Kevin, I don't think you guys know Kevin, but he works here, and he's told me like you always want to like move somewhere, like switch jobs like after 4 years, I think it is. It's like average is 4 years. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
I think it was like 4 years.
It literally comes full circle.
No, like yeah, because it's like you don't want to be like in the same like position like your whole life, or like for those 4 years, because then like after the 4 years you want to be able to like to move over and like advance move up basically,
in some way,
yeah, in some
like,
way.
don't stay in the same spot that you're in
Yeah.
for more than 4 years, unless if it's like you're having a lot of success and you're making like a ton of money.
Yeah,
and
that's
you're,
like,
you know, like it's
obviously.
like that's when you're at the top. But it's just like I agree with you, because it actually brings me back to one point I wanted to add to you guys and just let you guys know, is that something that I've learned when I went to college was that if you can get any degree you want, essentially, right? Okay, but if you don't like talk to your professors, because it's one thing to be in the courses and learn all this stuff, it's another thing to do that stuff in practice.
Yeah.
Right?
Like network.
Oh my goodness. Network is so important in college, because again, like if you don't find the people that you kind of want to work with, or people that are already working in what you want to do, then you're going to be super lost after college is done. Like it's like, okay, I got the degree. It's like, now what? You know what I mean? And I have so many friends who just, unfortunately, they got a degree and they just aren't able to find anything in that field, and they're just working at Starbucks or they're working at Target, because they just cannot find it, or because it's a really competitive field.
Yeah.
It's super hard to like, because they didn't put emphasis onto their resumes during college too.
Yeah, like
Kinda
I said, programs, doing internships.
Internships,
Such a
all
big
that
thing
stuff.
now.
And even I would say in college, it's still fine, even if, because a lot of what I also saw was a lot of college students would be like, oh, I'm not going to do that internship because they don't pay. And it's like, okay, I get that. But also like you got to think long term here, you know, especially when you're in college. Like you're already giving money to the tuition. Like you might as well just try this internship that can potentially get you to something bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, and the internship, you're going to meet people that are going to be doing the thing that you want to eventually do. And you just talk to those people.
Yeah.
Just continue. And that's what has worked best for me, right?
Yeah.
Because like I went to school for an audio degree. You don't need a degree in audio to go do what I'm doing. You literally don't. But I went because I wanted to, and I wanted to have a degree just to have a degree. But I'm also really grateful that I got to meet some really great professors, and those professors have helped me immensely. And I still talk to them to this day. You know, like my old former professor helped design the studio that we're in right now. You know, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have now, right? So it's just like, that's just one big piece of advice I want to give you. And it kind of connects with, again, with what you're saying, Kimberly, is like, over the long term, you want to continue to grow and see how can you become like the best that you can be, right? So.
Yeah. And like how Javier said, like making connections with other people, like you really want to make connections like everywhere you go, be more of an extrovert in like all situations, like even though like you don't know who you're talking to, like
extroverted.
Yeah, you never know who you're talking
things.
to. You can be talking to someone who's gonna help be your mentor at some point. You like never know. And I always think of that, like making sure if I meet someone, like presenting myself well to them, but like genuinely, and like being humble to them in every way, because then like being yourself, being humble to everyone else, like it's gonna get you really far.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you want to add anything?
No, just that, I mean, yeah, I actually kind of wanted to move on here and talk about, I remember you guys mentioning to this earlier when we were actually coming up with topics as interns. Like everyone was coming up with topics. Was one thing that you guys mentioned was how competitive school has gotten. I feel that it's gotten really competitive now with the rise of like TikTok and social media. Like everyone's posting like their SAT scores.
Isn't it like bad to post it? We're like it can get canceled if someone posts like
I haven't
like
heard
a
that.
classroom or something.
If you
Oh, if you're in the room.
right? It's like the AP. I know a bunch of kids and like I don't know
Sorry.
what
No,
state
it's okay.
got their AP scores canceled because their
Yeah.
principal posted a picture of them taking the
Yeah.
test.
Yeah, I've
That
heard
has happened
that.
multiple times.
But I don't think like posting the
happens.
score after it comes out would get you.
Oh.
But I'm saying, like, what do you guys feel pressure from that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Like how does that? Like, how is that? You know,
I think-
feeling that pressure.
The main pressure that I feel is in like two parts. One of them, like we were saying about internships, is a lot of the internships that I have a ton of interest in are competitive internships. Like I've been rejected to like a couple because I didn't have like all the right stuff to put on that internship.
Are they like science-based?
Science-based, yeah. But the issue with that is like I feel like I'll never get a really good internship because those internships are not accepting me. So like I can't like build on anything.
Right.
Like the awesome part about these Marin to 9 to 25 ones is that if you're interested in it, like you're allowed to do it. It's
Right.
not really an application. Like we showed interest in it and you guys just let us come on. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
But for internships where you have to apply and it's super competitive, it's really hard because it's to show that you're like a competitor besides just showing interest in the internship.
Yeah.
Like you have to have experience.
Yeah, and it hurts to get rejected so many times
Yeah.
because like we're kids, like we're getting
Well,
rejected
yeah, that's the
because
thing.
like countless programs just like because people from all over the country are applying to them and they're really intensely competitive. But the kids who get into these programs, they do like amazing things in their future. So like you feel so much pressure to like
And it's
get
like
into these
intense
programs.
FOMO
Yeah.
when you don't make it.
Yeah. And it's
Intense,
kind of like that
yeah.
with school stuff too. I don't know if your school's like this, but my school, there's like a group of like everyone's just like, if you're in certain classes, you're in those classes with mostly the same people. Maybe it's because my school is a bit smaller and only like juniors take certain APs and only seniors take certain APs. So a lot of my classes are with like similar people. And it's just like, everyone competes with each other. Like everyone asks like, oh, what'd you get on this? What'd you get on this test? What'd you get on this test? Comparing scores. Like, oh, blah, blah, blah got the highest score in the class. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same in college though, because I remember last semester in some of my classes, a lot of people after like an exam, because we get our exam scores right away afterwards, and they'd be like, "Oh, what'd you get?" Like we'd be like, "Oh, they got like the highest score." Like they're so smart.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same
Yeah.
in college, but
I know a lot of my friends, because I'm kind of in, like a lot of my friends are kind of, they like gatekeep all their accomplishments. I don't know why. Like they just don't feel like sharing them. I think because they're doing like such awesome things. Like one of my friends raised money for like blood cancer or something, and my other friend, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but she organized a 5K through Find Your Way for
yeah.
oh, I
5K.
went to it.
You
That was-
did?
that
Yeah,
was
I did.
organized?
She
by-
organized it like
Oh.
Yeah, I was
or-
there too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Were you there?
I was there. I was like,
Oh,
I was
I
volunteering.
don't remember you.
We were. I was
were
in
all
one of the
there.
pink
I was
shirts.
I was
Awkward.
supposed to be there, but I wasn't.
But
there.
anyways, like my friends are all doing stuff like that, but they never tell anyone about it because they just want it to be like their thing. Like they don't want to share it with
Yeah.
other people, which
Yeah.
I can get.
Yeah.
But it's like some people are so competitive where it's like everything like just has to be for them and no one else can be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend who like applied to this really prestigious program. I'm not going to specify which, just in case that somehow I don't know. But he like applied to this prestigious program and he didn't tell any of our other friends about it until
he was
the
in, or they were in.
financial
Yeah.
aid deadline passed, and it was like $6,000, so nobody could actually like go to it like out of pocket. So everyone was like, why didn't you tell us? That would have been fun. But he didn't want like competition.
Yeah, makes sense.
He didn't want people.
Yeah.
He didn't want people to apply to.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I
That's
just
really
didn't think
funny.
about it. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, interesting.
That's really funny.
That's the academic competitive space.
I feel like I've always felt like like I've always felt that type of like environment with a lot of students, even in high school and like now. I just feel like I still feel that now.
I feel like even
People
like as an
always-
adult,
Yeah.
compete.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like I see that a lot too. Like people saying like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I work here. Like I do this and that." Do you see that? I feel like I do.
I mean, I see it too, but I did want to add one thing here was it all kind of goes back to what I was saying, where like, okay, it's great that, you know, you have these friends that are doing all these internships and stuff. But at the end of the day, if they do not like use that stuff to their, you know, to their advantage, it's useless. It is just straight up useless, because I have so many friends who, again, same thing. They apply for all these prestigious programs, you know, took a lot of AP classes in high school, went to a really nice college, and then they came out and they're not doing anything in the major that they wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, it's such a big thing to network with people. And again, I cannot emphasize that enough, because I really want to see everyone succeed. But it's just that I see people that just get too much in their head about the academic stuff and don't focus on the real world stuff, right? So yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like any pressure when it comes to doing it, like, I guess academically, like doing things, like being a part of a program? Do you guys feel that pressure now or no?
Yeah, for sure. I think like I feel pressure from like, I guess my family, not intentionally, they don't mean to make me feel pressured, but just like this idea that I have to like live up to like the expectations that they don't like set, like they're not like super strict, and they don't like, my parents don't like get mad at me, but like I feel like unintentionally they've like set this standard of like getting really great grades, doing really good in like different programs, joining things, being really like smart, I guess. And like it's kind of just created like this like pressure on me, like I've kind of like put the pressure on myself almost to like continue doing it, because I just want my parents to be like proud of me.
Yeah.
And then it's also like the pressure because like, you know, your friends are all doing different things and you want to also do different things because you don't want to fall behind everybody else, but also everyone's like a unique person. So like I don't want to do the same kind of like programs that my friends want to do, but should I do them because they seem like they're doing well? So I'm like, it's just like a constant like, should I be doing this thing that I'm not interested in but could look good for me? I don't know. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be good for college. It's just that constant, like, stream of, like, information, especially when you find out, like, someone, like, got into this, like, they, like, post that they, like, got into this school, or they, like, post that they got into this program, or they just came back from this program. And then I, like, look it up. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. But it's never something I'd want to do.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, why am I so, like, jealous?
And comparing yourself. That was like really weird.
Yeah. Great. So we're kind of nearing towards the end of the show right now.
Wait, sorry, Julia, did you want
Oh
to
no,
say
I was going to say that's the only reason I joined speech and debate, because all my friends were doing it. And
The peer pressure.
yeah, I hate.
I joined debate club too because all my friends were doing it. They didn't even
So
debate.
funny.
They didn't even debate anyone. They debated middle schoolers once.
Wow.
Did they win?
That. They lost.
They tied.
Tied with the middle
Dang,
schoolers.
high
Look at
schoolers
that.
tying with middle schoolers. Okay, well.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, no, I don't know how much time we have.
I was going to
just
say
don't
we're
have-
coming to an end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Okay, then
We're
I'll
coming
say it for
to
a
an-
different show. I'll say it for a different show. It's okay.
Say what?
I was just gonna say that in middle school, I mean, about the speech and debate thing. I just remember that I was in this peer support thing, where like you basically, it was so weird. It was like mock trial. It was like
Oh,
kids
I
would-
remember
yeah.
that mock trials. Do you guys
but,
do
but
that?
it wasn't mock trials. It was in middle school. It was like, okay, this kid was gonna get suspended.
And then,
And then
I remember.
you had to like come up, and you were like a
Oh.
group of kids who would
We
like
had that
talk to
too.
him and be like, make the kid feel better, or like understand where the kid was going through.
Yeah.
And then we'd bring in the parents, and then once the parents come in, they'd like start crying and stuff. Oh my god! I'm looking back at that, I was like, dude,
I feel like that was so messed
that
up.
was horrible.
Or actually, I'm pretty sure San Marin's like creating a class for that.
for something
yeah.
like that.
Dang.
But
I feel like it was bad.
It was like peer court.
don't know.
That's what it was called. Peer
Peer
court.
court?
That's what it was called. Peer
Yeah, I
I would
remember
be
that.
so
Yeah, I remember
embarrassed
that.
if my friends were judging me and I was getting punished.
Yeah, dude. It was.
And in front
it
of
was
your
a time.
parents
In
and
front of
like
your parents, too.
students. I
And
would
every
not
time
do
the parents came in, it was always the cry. They always cried.
They
It was
always
just so.
cried.
It was horrible.
That's
It was horrible.
horrible.
Anyways.
Anyways,
on
guys.
that note,
On that note, our show's coming to an end, sadly. And thank you guys both for being on. And then also on our next coming show, they will be running it. So they will be our hosts. And I just want to give you guys a little little bit of time to just say anything that you guys would like to say to any other rising seniors.
Good luck. You guys got this.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun. Have a fun senior year.
Have fun. Please have fun.
Yeah, have a fun senior year. It's like it's a lot of pressure, but you got this.
You gotta have fun. You gotta have the balance.
Yeah.
you know?
The hard part's almost
Over.
Yeah.
Almost over,
And then
guys.
you get
Second
you get a few months of senioritis and then back into it in
Back into
college.
And take advantage of senior ditch day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second
Take
semester
advantage
senior
of it.
year. Yeah.
Take
Enjoy
advantage.
your senior
Enjoy it.
year.
It's going to be fun.
Live it. And then live your college life. You'll have more fun in college. We promise.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys both. And we'll see you guys all.